We are live, baby. We are live. Live and direct, live and direct, live and direct, live and direct. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Alex Rawtalk is in the building. Yeah, baby. So I got the mic working. So I thought my mic was messed up, guys. I know you guys can hear me a lot better now. But it was actually the old computer that stopped supporting my mic. So I'm using my mic again. So I noticed yesterday that when I did the live stream on the speaker channel, it sounded distorted and it sounded like the music was being noise canceled. But I'm still getting a decent amount of views over there on the audio tech channel. So on this segment, I basically want to break down the mistakes that I've been making talking about Cricket's $34 plan. So basically, well, 40 and 35 will auto pay. You don't necessarily have to port in a number. You could get a new number and get the Moto G for free, 2025 for free, or that Ion, that Cricket Ion phone, you could get it for free with a new number. Okay, so you don't have to port in your number to get this phone for free. You could just get a new number and still get this phone for free. So I don't know if that's something new that Cricket decided to do in 2026, but all I know is that I found out through the grapevine that now you don't have to port in the number to Cricket in order to get the Moto G for free. So, in order to get this phone for free, you do not need to port in a number. Okay. So, I want to make that clear. So, the Cricket plan to me is good. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are telling me about, US Mobile being able to switch companies. That's not that, to me, I don't need that. I really don't need that feature. I live in a city, so I get great service with every carrier. It's only when they're having problems that I start having crappy service. Crappy service. Okay. So let's speed test the $25 plan after using 117 gigs. And right now it's peak times. So not bad. 66.5 over 29.30. You're gonna give me 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. So over 28.4. So 66.5 over 28.4, which are not bad speeds. They're not. Bad speeds is like kilobytes is bad speeds. Anything over kilobytes is good speeds. You know what I'm saying? It is good speeds. So and we are running this live stream on the T-Mobile home internet. Okay, just to let you guys know. Let me share this YouTube live stream because nobody has came in, and that is just crazy to me that nobody has came in yet. It's crazy to me because I guess nobody's getting notifications that I'm live. So I gotta share the live stream on Twitter so people can know that I'm live, which is crazy. There we go. I shared my live stream so now people can know that I'm live on Twitter. But yeah, um, let's just say US mobile pertaining to me is not my cup of tea. I don't care for their service. I don't like the way they conduct their business. Because if you really think about it, that $44 plan should really be $35. And I'm going to explain to you why the US mobile plan should be $35. Because one, they don't pay for marketing. They don't. I have never seen a US mobile commercial in my life. And I'm 43 years old. I have never. Ever since that company first came out, it's a privately owned company. It's not publicly traded, it's private. I have never seen a commercial from US Mobile. Never. Never, ever, ever. They don't have US Mobile at Walmart, Best Buy, or Target, like I was saying this morning. They don't have US Mobile at Amazon. So it's like they don't pay for none of these other, other companies, big corporations to push out their cell phone service. And they should be passing on that savings onto you guys. I mean, look at Visible. Visible is so cheap because Verizon doesn't have physical stores. All they got is customer care. So why can't US Mobile do the same thing? They don't even give you free phones for goodness sakes. So when you're talking about the best prepaid carrier, you can't mention US Mobile. You cannot. And I'm going to show you why on this live stream. I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to show you guys why you can't consider US Mobile the best prepaid company. And the first company that I'm going to compare them to is Visible by Verizon. That is the first company that I'm going to put against US Mobile. Okay. Okay. Because I'm going to show you the difference. Okay. Big difference. Big difference. So let's do the screen share. Let me make sure you guys are watching the same thing I'm watching. Yep. Look. Visible by Verizon. Do you need to port in the number to get this 26 months discount? No. All you got to do is enter the promo code SWITCH26, which they extended it because it was about to expire and they extended it. So, what do you get with, see, unlimited 5G plans on the Verizon network? Okay. So, let's see. $19 a month gives you unlimited 5G, data, talk, and text, unlimited mobile hotspot at 5 megs per second, unlimited calls to Canada and Mexico. Now, that's the visible. That's the popular. Okay, so it's right there, popular. Then the best value, which is the visible plus. Instead of paying 35, you pay 26. Definitely craps. This plan alone craps all over US's Mobile's Dark Star network plan. Okay, so let's go into it. Unlimited premium data on the Verizon 5G ultra wideband network. Unlimited mobile hotspot data at speeds up to 10 megs, 2 times faster than the visible plan. Unlimited talk and text to Canada and Mexico, plus 2 gigs a day in Canada and Mexico. Coverage while traveling to 140 countries, 1 day per month included. Okay? Look at everything that you're getting for 26 bucks. 26 bucks. That's even cheaper than US Mobile's freaking plan, which is 35 with Visible, and you're on a way better network. You can't tell somebody that I've been testing these networks already for the last 4 years. It's going to be 5 in 2026 because I started playing content on here 4 years ago in 2021. So it's about to be 5 years of me testing these companies. You can't sit here and tell somebody that's been doing something when you're just a customer. Not trying to downplay you, but it's true. You're not the one traveling to Pennsylvania. You're not the one traveling to New York. You're not the one traveling to the places I have traveled to speed test these companies. And Verizon and T-Mobile have always been superior to AT&T, and that is a fact. I got over 2,000 videos approved. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for almost 5 years. Okay? I started putting content on this channel February of 2021. So next month, it'll be 5 years that I've been speed testing. But if you want to take it to my first video, I've been doing it for 13 years. Okay? If you want to take it to my last video, the first video that I ever put on this channel. Okay. So this $26 plan, this deal for 2 years from Visible, you don't need to port in a number. Okay. And Visible spends more money than US Mobile. Have you guys ever seen a US Mobile commercial? No, Alex, you're right. We never seen one. Have you ever seen US Mobile being promoted in Amazon, Target, Best Buy, Walmart? No, Alex, you're right. So all that money, them billions of dollars a year that everybody spends on marketing, you know, I'm gonna, I said I was gonna curse no more. Uh, the nice guys at US Mobile don't spend that. So why can't they give you more competitive plans? They don't even give you free phones for goodness sake. So I'd rather put in my number right now, right? I had an option. I was either gonna put in my number to Metro and get the Moto G Edge 2025, okay, for free when I ported out my number from Cricket because I don't need two Cricket lines. So I'm gonna port that number out. Or get 12 months of piece of crap Dark Star Network. Well, I'm not gonna say piece of crap Dark Star Network. I'm gonna say piece of crap US mobile service, or get a phone that's worth $600 for free. So which one is better? Getting a $600 phone for free or saving $9 for a year? Let's do the math. Let's do the math. So that's breaking down to 12 months. Okay. So nine times 12 is $108. That's all you're saving on US Mobile. Okay. Now, if I get the Moto Edge, it's a $600 phone. So 600 divided by 12 is $50. $50 a month for 12 months. So what's way more money? 600 or $108? Is common sense. It's a no-brainer, guys. It is a no-brainer. So here I'm putting every prepaid company against US mobile piece of crap service. So the first one that I put up was Verizon, basically visible by Verizon. I mean, let's look at the $33 plan. Okay, it's still cheaper than US mobile. Do you need to port in a number? No. You save $12 for 26 months, 2 years. 2 years. And all you got to put is promo code SWITCH26. Okay. And what are you getting on the unlimited experience plan? You're getting unlimited premium data on the Verizon 5G ultra wideband network, unlimited mobile hotspot data, speeds at up to 15 megs per second, 3 times faster than the visible plan, which is the one that's $19 for 26 months. Okay? Unlimited talk and text from Canada and Mexico to Canada and Mexico, plus 2 gigs of data in Canada and Mexico. Call from the United States to 85 countries, text 200 countries. Coverage while traveling in 140 countries, 2 day per month included. So you get a 2 day pass if you go to like DR and all that. Apple Watch line, Samsung Watch line included in this plan. Like, come on, man. US Mobile could do better. US Mobile's not paying for advertisement. And that's what you guys don't understand. Right now, me talking bad about US Mobile, they're getting free publicity. It's free publicity that US Mobile's getting. Free publicity. They're not paying me for this. Let's keep going. Look at this. The Visible Plus plan gives you up to 4K HD streaming, which you know it does. You get unlimited premium data on the Verizon 5G ultra wideband network, our fastest 5G unlimited. Premium data on 5G and 4G LTE. So that means it's not going to slow down. High risk spam and robo blocking. Smartwatch service included, up to 4K quality video. Unlimited use of your phone as a hotspot. Okay, Wi Fi connection at 3 times the speed compared to the visible plan. Now let's go to international features. Unlimited talk and text to Canada and Mexico. Unlimited talk and text and data while roaming in Canada and Mexico. Call calls to 85 countries. Unlimited text messaging to 200 countries. 2-day global pass per month included, saving $20. $15 off your file's home internet. Free overnight shipping. So you see all the perks you're gonna get for $33 for 24 months, for 26 months, compared to piece of crap 12 months. What's up, TJ? A lot of people don't really care for the experience. Hold on. Perks that the plans come with. What are you talking about? You're talking about visible, bro? That's what you're talking about? When you're talking about the little perks that it comes with? No, the problem is that a lot of people don't know the difference between reliable service and non-reliable service. That's the biggest issue, TJ. I had more people watching this live stream, but there's too much US mobile fandom is what I like to call it. Because it is. It is US mobile fandom. Too much US mobile fandom, and they act like they're getting free service from US mobile, so they get offended when I'm speaking facts. Because TJ, I was talking about it this morning, homie. They save so much money by not investing in commercials. A 30-second commercial could cost 1 million with an M dollars. Okay? A 30-second commercial. If it's 1 minute, it could be anywhere from 1.5 to $2 million. And they're not spending none of that. So why can't they pass that on, them savings on to their customers? Why can't they be more competitive? Why can't they give you a free phone? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just crazy. It is crazy. So it is really absurd for people to be saying that that US Mobile has the best service when they don't. They really don't. To me, Cricket is better than freaking US Mobile. To now, every customer does this, they will give perks to you, but if you don't use them in a matter of time out of the having plan, they will. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna tell you something, TJ. I have had Visible already for years. Years. I'm telling you, years. And I don't call Mexico and Canada, and they haven't took nothing away from me. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. That's part of your plan. You know what I'm saying? When it's included in your plan, they can't take it away. You get what I'm saying? They can't take it away. But let's look at Cricket's plans, because that's what we're complaining here. I mean, comparing here. Okay, this is the plan that I got. I was wrong. You don't need to port in your number to get this plan. You could bring your number. I mean, if you want to, or you could get a new number, and a new phone line, and you can still get a free phone. Okay. So we got the plan that I got. No, I'm saying like Netflix or streaming services. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. What's up, Tim? What's good, bro? I don't know what's up with StreamYard that is only showing me that there's only one person on this live stream. That's just crazy. StreamYard be dropping the ball sometimes. What's up, Tim? So we got Cricket, right? I want to rephrase myself. This select unlimited plan, you could get a new number and still get the Moto G that I got for free. You don't have to port in your number if you don't want to, guys. I was wrong with that information. So here we go. We got um Cricket. Cricket is $55 a month, unlimited high speed data that can't slow down no matter what, 50 gigs of mobile hotspot, HBO Max included with ads, 150 gigs of cloud storage, and this one's basically what, $20 more? Well, $10, well, $11 more than piece of crap US Mobile. Unlimited calls to Canada and Mexico. You get to roam, use in Canada and Mexico, so unlimited data while you're in roaming in Canada and Mexico. So I rather have Cricket's $54 plan than that piece of crap plan from US Mobile, man. I'm telling you guys the truth. Look, let me act like I'm gonna set up service, right? It's telling me to pick a phone. These are the phones you can get. You can get this one for free, this one for free, and this one for 200, which is the 13, the iPhone 13, which this one should be like $50. That phone's old. That thing is already 4 years old. So anyway, let's say you go with this one. Okay. Let's say you go with this one. New customer. It says bring your own number. Nope. Choose a new number. I need a new one. Select this device. We go here. We act like we're gonna buy it. I gotta put in my zip code. So we're gonna put in my zip code. Okay. We're gonna search for a new number. Okay. There we go. It's $40. The phone is free. And I chose a new number. See? My new number. It's not port. New number. And I can still get the Moto G for free. So let's go to checkout. This may take a second. And guys, I'm live streaming on T-Mobile. This live stream is on my T-Mobile home internet, business home internet. So here we go. Today, $40. So I'm still getting the phone for free. So I want to apologize to everyone that I told that you had to port in your number in order to get the Moto G for free. As you guys see here, I got a new number and the phone is still free. You see, 2-day shipping. So if you go to the store or you do it online, you're still gonna get the phone for free. And if you do auto pay like I'm doing, then you'll pay $35 for this plan. So the plan, this plan, you could even get a new number. And if you're adding a line to your account, you could choose this plan too. I think, yeah, you can still choose this plan if you're adding a line to your existing Cricket account. So the select plan, you do not need to port in a number. Let me repeat that again. You do not need to port in a number to get the Moto G for free on the Cricket Select plan. I was wrong about that, so I apologize, Cricket. When I make mistakes, I make mistakes. So you could get this $35 plan with auto pay. It's 40. You're gonna pay 40 for the first month, and then after you put auto pay, you sign up for auto pay, it's gonna take that $5 discount. So you're gonna have to pay $35, and you could get a new number and still get the Moto G for free. Get the Samsung Galaxy A615 for free, and you can get the iPhone 13 for $200. Okay, you would have to pay $200, which it should be cheaper. Cricket. Let's be honest. 5G UW, baby. Oh, yeah, I love millimeter wave, OG tech. So, you know, these are the offers you get from Cricket. When is US Mobile going to do an offer like this? When is US Mobile going to let you get a free phone with their piece of crap plan? You could get a new number. I just showed you guys. Right here, it doesn't say restrictions. It doesn't say port in numbers only. You get what I'm saying? I have it right now in my cart right here. It is a new number. You see, it says it right here, clear as day, so you guys can see it. New number, and I'm still look. Moto G 2025 zero. I'm paying zero for an unlimited plan. What does it say on the select plan? It says Cricket may temporarily slow down your data speeds when the network is busy. So that's called unlimited data. What it says right here, Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. There you go. That's called truly unlimited data. Truly unlimited data for $35 on the AT&T network. Okay? on on the AT&T network. Okay? So look at all these perks that Cricket gives you Now let's go to US Mobile. Let's go to US Mobile's website. And yes, I'm using my microphone. The old computer, it just was dumb. It didn't, it was kicking it out. But this new computer is taking this microphone like a champ. Here we go. US Mobile. US Crappy Mobile. Let's go to plans. Look, now you got 10 days. 10 days. 10 days and 6 hours and 32 minutes. And now it's 31 minutes. There you go. Right here, you're only saving $9. That is a lie. Because 44 and you're gonna pay 35, that's only a $9 savings. And it says $35 for 12 months with code all 35. Now, not now. New line ports lines only. See that? Port lines only. There you go. You got to port in your number to get a measly $9 discount for 12 months. What else am I gonna get for porting my number to US Mobile? Not a damn thing. That's what. Am I getting a free phone? No. No. Am I gonna get this plan permanently for porting my number over? No. Which that's what they should do. If they're gonna if US Mobile's gonna force you guys and force me to port my number over to get this piece of crap plan, then I should have an incentive that this plan would be permanent on my account for the life of my account. And that would make sense. But a 12 months discount, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. This service is garbage. I don't understand how you guys just think about, you know, the perk of switching carriers. But Alex, you could switch to, yeah, it takes a whole hour. A whole hour to switch from T-Mobile to Verizon to AT&T. A whole hour. It's not instantly. Boom, there you go. No. It's not a switch of a button and boom, my phone now picks up T-Mobile. My phone now picks Verizon. My phone now picks up Dark Star. No, it's a whole hour you have to wait, guys. So that's nothing special. That's not like, wow, it was special for Boost Mobile to do it because it's Boost Mobile. But US Mobile, that they don't spend no money like Boost Mobile does. Boost Mobile hires famous Mexican actors that they got to pay $1 million to come out of the damn commercial. They done paid Bad Bunny last year, was on one of the commercials. And Bad Bunny said Boost Mobile paid them $2 million for that commercial. So does US Mobile spend that type of money? No. So should they be more competitive? Yes. Should they give you this plan for the life of your account for $35? Yes. Should they give you a free phone with it? Yes, because they could afford to. So how are you going to tell me they can't afford to give you a free phone with this plan when you're porting your number over, but yet Metro, Cricket, Boost, Visible give you discount on phones, but yet they spend all this money on celebrity advertisement. On celebrity advertisement. They spend millions of dollars in a year, probably around 65 million in commercials, in ads, advertisement in general, 65 mil. Is US Mobile spending any of that? No. So that's the brighter picture I need you guys to understand. I dislike US Mobile because of what they do. They don't spend no money and they want to be greedy. They want to be greedy. They would give you a free phone. You see, I got the Moto G for free, and you can get the Moto G without having to port in a number to Cricket. You could get the Moto G, or you could get the Samsung Galaxy A15 for free. So how are you going to say this is the best prepaid carrier? They're not. They're the worst. They're garbage. Customer care is not everything on the company. It's what can you get for that company. And you can't get jet crap from US Mobile. So it's like I said on the live stream early this morning. This live stream is not for you US Mobile fanboys, because I'm gonna crap on your dreams and you're gonna cry. And that's a fact. Okay? Right now, if I put in my cricket number, what do I get? I get, look at what I'm getting. I'm getting the iPhone 16e on us. All right. I'm paying $99.99 for this phone, $100 plus the $60 plan, so around 167. And then on the third month's payment that I pay my bill on time, the $60 plan, I get a gift card, a MasterCard from Metro with $100. So I got the phone for free, basically. Okay. I get the 16E from Metro by T-Mobile. You see it right here. Bring your own number with rebate. What it says, virtual prepaid MasterCard after third month of service. Okay. So this is definitely worth it if you want an iPhone. Okay. You're getting an incentive. And that's exactly what I'm talking about for porting in your number. What's this? Get the Samsung Galaxy A16 for free with porting, of course. Get the get the new Rebel 8 for free. Okay, with a port in. Get a Moto Razor for free with a port in. Okay, 256 gigs. Okay, and what you get after your third month, you get $100 gift card as well. So you'll get this phone for 100. You got plus you got to pay the first month. You know that the 60. So you'll pay 160, and then you get this $100 back on the third month. On the third month, you'll get the $60 back. Okay. So you see, after the third month, you get your $100 back, guys. You get $100 back. You get $100 back. So imagine you're getting this phone for $100. And how much money doesn't T-Mobile spend on marketing for Metro? How many Metro commercials don't you see on Snapchat, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter? How many commercials don't you see? Millions of dollars spent, and they can still afford to give you a sub $500 phone. It used to be 650. All right, yeah, it is 650. I'm sorry, a $600 and a $650 phone with tax, New Jersey state tax, $700 phone for free, and they can still afford to do that. So how you gonna tell me that US Mobile is the best prepaid carrier? No, the heck they're not. They are not. I will argue that to the day I die. They are not. To be the best, you got to give customers incentives. You can't just say, well, who cares about giving you a motor razor for free? We can switch you after an hour to AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon, so you'll go from the dark star to the light speed or to the warp network. You don't need a phone. You can bring the phone you love. That's all gimmicks. That's all gimmicks. That's all gimmicks. That's what you guys are not understanding. You got to see the broader picture here. That's all gimmicks. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it's the truth. None of you guys in my comment section could argue with me. I'm the one speed testing these carriers. I'm the one taking all three of my iPhones to New York, to freaking Florida, to freaking Connecticut, to Massachusetts, okay, to Rhode Island. I'm the one going to Ohio. I'm the one testing these carriers in all these different states and across I-95, which is the biggest one of the biggest highways in the United States, because it goes all the way from freaking Maine to Trenton, and it even goes from Maine to Florida. You can catch the I-95 all the way down to Florida. So it's one of the biggest highways in the United States. So hello, when I sat in a car for 16 hours from Trenton, New Jersey to Palm Springs, Florida, the only two carriers that were standing up tall was T-Mobile and Verizon. AT&T lost service for miles. For miles. So that's what I'm saying. You guys can't sit here and try to tell me who's the best. If we want to say, if you want to include reliability, if you want to include unlimited data, if you want to include perks, if you want to include upgrade eligibilities, if you want to include the best discounts on phones, Metro by T-Mobile is the best prepaid, hands down. Hands down. It's like I showed you guys this morning. Are you going to get a gig over a gig with US Mobile? No. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Both times that I tried US Mobile on the Warp network, which is the Verizon network, right? Both times it let me down and never connected to millimeter wave ultra wideband. Never, ever, ever connected to it. So it's trash. So please don't come in my comment section. And I'm being respectful about this because I said in 2026 I was going to change. You know, I would have been calling you guys dummies and I would have been very disrespectful. But I'm being respectful. Don't come in my comment section telling me that US Mobile's the best when I'm proving on this live stream that they're not the best. The best is Metro by T-Mobile. Okay? When US Mobile could afford to give you a free razor that costs $650, then you could talk trash to me in my comment section. When they could afford to give you any phone for free that's over $600, then you could talk to me, talk trash in my comment section. Other than that, stay out my comment section. Look at all these free phones Metro gives you. All these free phones Metro gives you. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in my comment section. Don't like, no, man, but Alex, I don't want to hear but nothing. But nothing. You're getting a plan that you got to pour in a number for 12 months discount. 12 months. 12 months. T-Mobile total guarantee for 5 years. 5 years, not 12 months, 5 years. Okay, big difference. Which was more, 1 year or 5 years? Which that's a rhetorical question. You already know the answer to that one. Okay, look at this. Free with port-in Moto G 2025. Free with port-in Moto G Stylus. Look at all these phones you're getting for free with Metro. Look at all these phones you get for free with Metro. The Moto G Play 2026 free. The Moto G Power 2025 free. Let's see. The Samsung Galaxy A36 5G for free. The Samsung Galaxy S25 FE for free because on the third month they'll give you the $100 back. So you're paying $100. The Moto Edge 2025 for free with a port-in. So just look at this. K35 free. K11 free. Flip 4 5G free. So come on, man. The Samsung Galaxy S25 $250. Okay? So look at all these free phones you get from Metro compared to US Mobile. What does US Mobile give you for free? Nothing. 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 US Mobile saves so much money on advertisement that they can give you that freaking plan free for a whole year. Put in your number and get this plan free for a whole year. And they still choose to be greedy. That's what you guys don't understand, man. You guys need to understand the business side of things. They are greedy. People want to say Metro's greedy, Verizon's greedy, T-Mobile, US Mobile's greedy. When the hell has US Mobile ever paid for advertisement? Because I'm waiting. Crickets. I hear crickets, right? Yes, that's exactly what I'm supposed to hear. No time ever has US Mobile paid for advertisement. Okay? They might have their own little YouTube channel on here where they promote their stuff, but that's not advertisement. They're not paying for it. Remember, YouTube is free. I'm not paying YouTube for this channel. This is free. So how the hell are they paying for advertisement? They're not paying for no advertisement. Okay? So I want you to hear. Let me pull out my favorite colleague. Okay? Turn off Wi-Fi. Okay. Let me pull up my favorite colleague. How much is a 30-second commercial?
The cost of a 30-second commercial can vary quite a bit. It depends on things like the network, the time of day, and even the popularity of the show. Are you thinking about TV, radio, or something else?
TV.
For TV, it can range from a few thousand to much more, especially for national commercials during prime time or major events. Are you interested in a specific type of programming?
When the news is playing, like NBC News, if a T-Mobile runs a commercial while they go on break, how much is it?
That's a tough one to give a precise number for, as the cost can change depending on the specific news program and the time of year. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars or even more. Are you looking for a general range or something more specific?
Super Bowl.
Ah, the Super Bowl. That's a whole different ballgame. Commercials during the Super Bowl can cost millions of dollars for just 30 seconds, often setting new records each year. Were you curious about the typical price for the last Super Bowl?
Yes.
For the 2025 Super Bowl, a 30-second spot costs somewhere in the range of 7 to over $8 million. It's a massive investment for that short amount of time.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. There you go. $7 to $8 million. T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T are gonna dish out to the NFL for a spot of a 30-second commercial during the halftime. So is US Mobile dishing out that type of money? No. So can they afford to give you better perks? Yes. So there in this live stream, I just shut your whole argument down about US Mobile being the best. The best is whoever gives you affordable plans and whoever gives you free phones, not a piece of crap company that relies on you bringing your own phone. And then the phones that do offer, they stick them to you. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. When it comes to prepaid, Metro's the best, hands down. Metro's number one. I would say in number two place comes Cricket. They took the number two place because they dropped down the prices on their plans, and they're starting to offer more free phones. In third place is Visible. In fourth place is Boost. Who's in fifth place? I gotta really, like think these through. I would say fifth place goes to Mint Mobile. A lot of people love Mint Mobile. And then I wouldn't even say US Mobile's in the top 10. I'd put US Mobile like bottom towards the 50s. And, you know, it's not good to argue with YouTubers that do this for a living. You could say YouTube is my side job. I just got off of work. I'm tired as hell. I've been standing up for all these hours and just got off of work and like 40 minutes, no, like 50 minutes ago. And I'm over here doing a live stream for you guys. So this is what you need to understand. US Mobile will never, ever, ever be better than any other prepaid carrier. Okay? They don't invest the millions of dollars a year that Metro invests, Visible invests, Boost invests, Total by Verizon invests, and all of, I forgot to mention Total. Total's number four. You know what I'm saying? So that puts Mint Mobile at number five. So, they don't spend the money these companies spend. So why can't they afford to give you better deals? That's what you guys need to understand, man. You guys need to wake up and smell the coffee. You can't just think, oh my God, this is an awesome deal because I'm on the Dark Star network and I can switch between T-Mobile and Verizon. No, that's not even that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Are you getting a free phone for pointing in your number? No, Alex, you're right. Have you ever got a free phone from US Mobile? No, Alex, you're right. So then don't say they're the best. They're not the best. AT&T might have the best service where you live at. That doesn't mean that US Mobile's the best. That means that AT&T is the best. Okay, get that right. Because they are piggyback riding on the AT&T. So that doesn't make US Mobile the best in your area. That makes AT&T the best in your area. Okay? If people said US Cellular has the best service in my area, they can say it's the best because US Cellular own their own regional towers. Now, does US Mobile own their own towers? No, Alex. They always rented T-Mobile, AT&T. Okay, so that's not their towers. You could only brag when you have the company itself. Like I can brag because I got T-Mobile Business. You get what I'm saying? I don't have US Mobile on the Light network, on the Lightspeed network. You get what I'm saying? But it's like I say, you get what's up, Jose? You get whatever you could afford. But even if I had US Mobile on the Lightspeed network, I'm gonna say T-Mobile's the best in my area. Okay? Because it's the T-Mobile network. It's not the US Mobile network. So get that right. I understand you guys don't understand too much about tech, but that's why you watch this channel. Just because somebody's renting T-Mobile's tower, they don't own it. So it's not their network. It's just like Xfinity Mobile when they brag about the Verizon network. Is Verizon's network, not Xfinity Mobile's network. Okay? You're learning something new today. So that doesn't make US Mobile the best dark star in your if AT&T gets the best service. It's like that sometimes. Look at it in Ohio. AT&T's trash in Ashtabula. Straight dumpster fire trash. I would go into my apartment, no service. No service. I had to call T-Mobile. Then T-Mobile started having issues too because they only have one tower in Ashtabula, in the city of Ashtabula. So it sucks. So the best service, the carrier with the best service there was Verizon, and I bet Verizon even has millimeter wave out there in Ashtabula. They probably even have a C-band out there right now. Verizon was the best in Ashtabula, Ohio, hands down. I don't gotta lie about that. When I was living in Ohio from 2014 through 2017, 3 years, Verizon had the best service. Okay. My ex sister in law had Verizon. In my apartment, she would get service. Me with T-Mobile and AT&T, I would need to turn on Wi-Fi calling from the Spectrum. I was paying for Spectrum internet and cable, so I would have to turn on Wi-Fi calling on T-Mobile. And well, T-Mobile had service because they had one bar though, so it sounded like you were drowning. But AT&T was worse because AT&T didn't have no service at all. AT&T didn't have service at Walmart in Ashtabula and the Ashtabula Mall at Giant Eagle in Ashtabula, the supermarket. Yo, at freaking what's that? Damn, what was that place called that I like to go in that's like a 7-Eleven? Oh my god. Stop and Shop. At Stop and Shop, they didn't have no service. Damn. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like a place with a gas station. You guys got them out there in west too, because Carlos had got gas from one time over there in Las Vegas. I just can't remember the name of it. If I remember, I'll tell you guys. But AT&T had the worst service in the world in Ashtabula, Ohio. No service at Walmart, no service at the mall, no service at McDonald's, no service at Chick-fil-A, no service at Burger King, no service at Little Caesars, no service in was that Pizza Hut in Ashtabula, Ohio. They had the worst service. The worst service. So if I was on the Dark Star plan, I would technically have to go to Verizon. I don't know if T-Mobile added more towers, because I ain't gonna lie, that was back in 2017. We're in 2026. This is a whole 10 years later. They might have 2 or 3 towers there, so they might have better service. They might have gotten close to Verizon stature. AT&T doesn't really care about Ashtabula, because when I would call AT&T and complain, they'll be like, sir, well, we're not planning to add another tower to Ashtabula, Ohio, no time soon. If you're not happy about the service, I advise you to go to Verizon. That's exactly what AT&T customer care told me back then. Okay, so what did I do? I suspended my AT&T line. That's what I did. I was paying a bill, but it was suspended. You feel me? Because I was like, for that, I might as well stay with T-Mobile. I might sound like I'm drowning in in some places, but at least it doesn't say no service. I can still shoot a iMessage. What iMessage was I gonna shoot with freaking with AT&T with no service? So that's what I'm saying, man. Stop saying that US Mobile's the best prepaid. No, they're not. They're not the best prepaid. No, they're not. They rent towers from Verizon. They rent towers from T-Mobile. They rent towers from AT&T. They're not the best. They are not the best. Okay, hands down, they are not the best, and that's what you need to understand. Back then, all carriers sucked. There, LOL. Hell yeah, bro, Jose and Ashtabula, where I used to live at. From what? The service were horrible. Like I said, Verizon was the only one that had great service in Ashtabula. I had service in Walmart, everywhere. With Verizon. Verizon was king over there. King of the crop, baby. T-Mobile is doing here now. Yeah, T-Mobile has better service, man. Like right now, I mean, look at the home internet. Almost getting a gig down on T-Mobile home internet. They're like 160 up. And I'm live streaming right now on T-Mobile home business internet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm telling you guys. You can't argue facts with somebody that does this for a living. You get what I'm saying? You can't argue that. That's like somebody arguing with me as me being a security officer as my career, and somebody arguing with me and saying, no, that person is not mad. When I already know the difference when a customer comes through that door, if they're mad or they're happy or they're sad or they're depressed, I can tell by looking at them. Okay. If they're gonna start going crazy at McDonald's or not. You can't argue with me. I work there. You don't work there. You come in there and eat once in a while. It's the same thing with the mobile services. You can't argue that. So no, they're not the best. You might consider them the best because they got the right to roam. They got contracts with all three carriers, but that still doesn't make them the best. Because, like I said, the best has got to give you free phones. Okay? Because without a phone, can you use US Mobile? No, Alex, you're right. Okay, then. So if you have a super outdated phone, do you think can you switch through all carriers? No, you can't. Okay? Your phone has to be at a certain iOS, at a certain Android, OS. And if it's not, then you can't switch to between all three carriers. So if you didn't know that, now you know. So God forbid you can't afford a phone and you got the freaking iPhone 8. You're out of luck. That phone doesn't have support for no more updates. That phone been stopped being supported. So if that phone doesn't qualify to have iOS, I forgot what iOS version. I think it's like 17 or 18. Then you can't switch between networks. So there's limitations to switching between networks. You feel me? I don't have to worry about it. All my iPhones are up to date. All my phones are newer. You know what I'm saying? I got the iPhone 14 that came out 3 years ago. I got the 15 that came out 2 years ago. I got the 16 that came out almost 2 years ago. And I got the 17 that hasn't even a 17 Pro. that hasn't even, all my phones are pros. So I don't have to worry about the same concept that you guys got to worry about. I can have freaking US Mobile and be happy with it. Put that shit on my Unlock 17 Pro and switch between all three carriers because I got the 17 Pro. So I can pick up millimeter wave. I can pick up N41, which is ultra capacity. I could pick up 5G plus. I'm the one who's good, and I still don't think that wows me. So it's crazy that people that have way cheaper phones than me, which you get whatever you can afford. I'm not trying to downplay anybody that watches me or comments on my live streams. I'm just saying you got way cheaper phones than me, and you're talking about like if this is the best service in the world. No, if your phone is outdated, you're going to be limited to what you can do. You're not going to be able to pick up 5G plus. 5G plus is only allowed on phones on the iPhone 14 and above. So if you have anything lower than that, you're not getting 5G plus. The same thing with an Android. If you don't have a S23 or higher, you're not gonna pick up 5G plus. So you're bragging about all this technology that you can't even mess with if you don't have the right phone. So that's what I'm saying. Don't say that US mobile is best. They're not the best. They're not the best. You feel me? They don't spend all this money in advertisement like Metro does, Total does, Visible does, Boost does. So they're not the best. They're the best at saving money, but they're not the best. Verizon is no longer the king. Oh shit. T-Mobile doing their here. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, Verizon is great. Look, let's see what kind of C-band speeds I get right now. Turn off Wi-Fi. Let me close out all these apps. Let's see what kind of speeds I get right here on my 1 terabyte iPhone 14 Pro. 14 Pro, baby, baby. There we go. 14 Pro purple. It's all invisible. Visible by Verizon. And right now it's peak times. It's freaking gonna be 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It's peak times. 116. My brother's here. Rissy's always barking at my brother. It's okay, Shadow. It's okay. 18.7. So see, not bad speeds. And this is the Visible Plus Pro plan on the iPhone 14 Pro. Now let's try the Moto G that I got for free from Cricket, and I didn't even have to port in my number. I chose to port in my number because I didn't want to stay with Tello. And let's do a speed test on it. Moto G 2025 on the 40 dollar plan, which is 35 with you see. Shadow, I got videos of you when you was a baby. You sounded so cute, barking Shadow. You were like, "Meow, meow, meow, meow." So this is the AT&T network right now. Okay, this is the AT&T network. 9.47 over 1.80. This is the AT&T network. So if I had the Dark Star plan, I'll be getting the same speeds right now because AT&T is getting a lot of congestion. That's why I can't try out AT&T Air Internet. Okay. So now we're gonna pull out Metro. Okay, I'm not even gonna pull out my business line because it's gonna crop all over them. So now we're gonna do Metro on the 15 Pro. Okay, the iPhone 15 Pro, titanium blue. Turn off Wi-Fi. Okay, so you see, we'll drop down the There you go. Metro by T-Mobile. You see it right there. 5G UC. T-Mobile is bringing the old AT&T talking away. Oh shit, you're funny, OG Tech. Let me see. So now we're gonna speed test Metro by T-Mobile, and this is the $25 unlimited plan. Boom. Look at Metro. Metro's getting faster speeds than both of them. Look at this. Is it gonna give me 300? There we go. Two. What is it? 256 or 226? 256 over 54.5. So two. I'm sorry. 226. 226 over 54.2. 226 over 52 point, I mean 52 point, what is it? 54.2. Damn, 226 over 54.2. There you go. So who has the best service in my house? T-Mobile. Now that's Metro, that's prepaid, that's business. T-Mobile business. Okay. Let me my 17 Pro. Let me bring down the brightness. Now let's do a speed test. You see how AT&T is the worst? So there you go. If I had the Dark Star network, that would be the same exact nonsense. That crappy speed. Okay. So here we go, T-Mobile business. So we got 400, 400 and hold on, we got 426. So two times the speed of Metro, 200 megs faster, and 50% faster on the upload too. We got 426 over 86.6 on T-Mobile business. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. T-Mobile's the best here. T-Mobile's the best here. And what is this? T-Mobile Business. This is not US Mobile Lightspeed Network. And I'm over here saying, oh well, US Mobile's the best. No. The company that their towers that they're running in your area is the best. So if you got the best with Warp, it's Verizon. If you got the best with Lightspeed, it's T-Mobile. If you got the best with Dark Star, it's AT&T. And you see how bad AT&T is doing here. Look at this. 9.47 over 1.80. Now these are bad speeds. The upload is definitely bad. You can't do shit with. I can't hold up a live stream with that. With 1.80 megs up, I can't hold a live stream with that. That'll crash. Have you tested Red Pocket? Yeah, bro. I got Red Pocket. And look, Red Pocket after using. Let's do a Red Pocket speed test. Let's do a Red Pocket speed test. Let me turn off. Let me turn on Red Pocket because I got Red Pocket right here. Boom. I gotta pay the bill before the ninth, the $32 and some change. So hold on. Okay, we turned on Red Pocket. Yes, we did. Let me switch it to Red Pocket. Here we go. Red Pocket, baby. Red Pocket on the iPhone 15 Pro. There you go. What does it say right there on the top? Red Pocket. Let's see the speeds on Red Pocket. Red Pocket might give me better speeds than because remember, if the network is busy, remember your speeds will slow down on this plan. So this plan guarantees 150 megs whether the network is busy or not. You know what I'm saying? So that there we go. It picked up AT&T on my 15 Pro. It's picking up a Boost Mobile server. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, than Cricket. It's getting better speeds than Cricket. Way better speeds than Cricket. So we got 150, exactly what they guarantee on their website. We got 150 over, and this is the Red Pocket $30 plan. 150 over 36.8. So 150 over 36.8. There you go. 150 megs over 136.8. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys that on redpocket.com. We're going to do another screen share, and I'm going to show you that on redpocket.com. It states that you'll get those speeds guaranteed. www.r red red pocket, baby. Hold on. Hold on. P. C. Hold on, guys. Yep, that's right. And that was on 5G plus speed test, guys. A 5G plus speed test.com. Redpocket.com. Here we go. So I'm gonna show you guys that this is a guarantee on the $30 plan. Okay. I'm gonna show you that right now on this plan. US Mobile can't guarantee this. Here we go. Right here. This is the plan that I got. Okay. Premium $30 plan. Now unlimited. Unlimited data. Unlimited talk, text, and data. 50 gigs of premium data. 10 gigs of hotspot, which I haven't used. Unlimited cost to 80 plus countries. Roaming in 60 countries for $30 plus taxes and fees. Now let's learn more. Okay, right here, really big. What does it say? Premium data, unlimited talk, text, and data. Make as many phone calls and send as many messages and use as much mobile data as you want without worrying about running out of getting expensive charges, including unlimited calling and text messaging from the US to Puerto Rico, US Virgin Islands, and Guam. Okay. Then it says after 50 gigs of speed, high speed data, basically, you may notice reduced speeds up to 150 megabytes. And that's exactly what I'm getting, 150 megabytes. Now, does US Mobile uh can they guarantee this? No, they can't. So there you go. So while US Mobile right now would be like cricket, giving me slow speeds, here comes Red Pocket crapping all over your favorite carrier, US Mobile, because they got a guarantee of permanent network slicing. This is what network slicing is, when they can guarantee you a speed, okay? That's like Verizon. They guarantee me on fiber what? 1 gig down, 1 gig up, and that's what I'm paying for, okay? This is what network slicing is at its finest. What speeds did I get with Red Pocket? 150 over 35. Exactly what it says on their terms and conditions on their fine print. After using 50 gigs of data, speeds may reduce to up to 150 megabytes, not kbps, mbps. Okay. Every plan includes 5G and 4G LTE for fast and reliable service wherever you are. Okay. So after 50 gigs, you go down to 150 megabytes. So I'd rather have Red Pocket with a guarantee than piece of crap US Mobile with no guarantees. Okay. I like having insurance and a guarantee. Okay. So let's see how much data I have used so far on Red Pocket. So I have used 74.5 gigs, and that's because I stopped using Red Pocket because I've been using Metro. I was neglecting Metro. So here you go. I have used 74. There you go. See it right there. It's plain in sight. 74.5 gigs on Red Pocket. There you go. So is US Mobile the best? No, Alex, you're right. You proved us wrong. US Mobile is not the best. Okay? Freaking Red Pocket is way better. I don't have to port in my number to get that $30 plan. I got a new number. I got a Trenton number from AT&T with that plan for $30 permanently. You gotta pay. You gotta port in a number to get a measly discount. And that phone, that plan gives you roaming in 60 countries. Does US Mobile give you roaming in 60 countries? No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. So I don't know what kind of deal you Red Pocket did with AT&T, but they did one of the best deals I ever heard of. Okay, so there you go. Red Pocket is better, and you can switch carriers. Red Pocket only uses use. Hold on. Any No, Red Pocket is only yeah, they use eSIM, bro. That's how remember, I got the 15 Pro, bro. This is only eSIM. All my phones are only eSIM. Except the except two phones. The Moto G has a SIM card right here. Oof, oof, oof. Ah, I got the case on it anyway. The Moto G has a SIM card and the I'm sorry, the Pixel 6a. All of my other phones are eSIM only, guys. The 14 Pro, I got two of these. The 15 Pro, 17 Pro, and the 16 Pros upstairs. They're all eSIM. So mine's is activated through eSIM, of course. So if you are that desperate to have the AT&T network, and the AT&T network is the best in your area, and you want to pay less than what you would pay with Cricket, then get Red Pocket. I've been using it for a whole month now, and I love the service. You've seen how fast it goes. It stays at 150. At nighttime, it'll give me around 5 to 600 megs. At nighttime, when there's no more peak times at 1 or 2 in the morning. Alex, do you like eSIM? Yes, TJ, I love eSIM. To me, eSIM was one of the best things that could have been invented. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Because since my Moto G is on eSIM, if somebody tries turning it off so I won't find it, I could put find my droid and it'll start beeping and turn on. Can you do that with a phone that has a SIM card? No, because they'll pop the thing and take your SIM card out and that's it. No more service on your phone. So I love that droid did that too. So now if somebody steals this phone, I can call the police and get my phone back. So eSIM is the way to go. What's up, Bobby? What's good, bro? I don't know what's up with your display, but it's not there. So yeah, guys, I started using my microphone again, so that's why you guys can hear me clear. You see, the other phone, the other computer, I don't know why it was rejecting this mic. I thought the mic was messed up. I was gonna buy a new one, but you guys can hear me more clear than ever with this microphone. So I'm loving the mic, guys. So look, I wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feelings that loves US Mobile. I'm disputing facts, guys. Disputing facts. They don't spend no money in advertisement, so they could treat you better and give you better deals. That's all it comes down to. You can't call somebody the best if they can't even afford to give you better deals. And that is a fact. So other than that, this live stream has been on the T-Mobile Business Home Internet and is held up like a champ. Now, sadly, my mom's kicking me out the room because she wants to come in the room. I don't feel like going to my room. I gotta go back to my boy and ask him about the air internet. Some companies, bro, when you have on expensive mic, sometimes the computer doesn't let you. Yeah, and that's the problem. The old computer wasn't reacting good with the mic. Do other red pocket do another red pocket speed test? Yeah, no problem, broski. I'll even do a fast.com speed test for you guys. Show you how red pocket will crap all over that piece of crap. Freaking US Mobile. I don't like US Mobile. There we go. You see, it stops at 150. It's trying to go faster. Look, now it's giving me what? Nope. It's trying to go faster. There you go. It went faster. So we got 161 over 25. So I could definitely hold up a live stream for you guys on this phone. Definitely. There you go. 161 over, what is it? 26.4. 161 over 26.4. Now let me show you a fast.com speed test. Because this plan does include HD streaming, just in case you didn't think it did. There you go. You get up to 4K. Boom. Look at this. 100. And this is Red Pocket. Up to 4K streaming and unlimited data on a $30 plus taxes and fees plan. So I'm gonna pay 131.75. with taxes. 131.75. So is it worth it? Hell yes. Don't need to say more. Here you go. 110 on fast.com with Red Pocket. You see? 5G plus. So there you go. So Red Pocket craps all over your piece of crap US mobile fandom. Like I said, the two times that I tried US mobile, they were trash. So they stay trash to me. They haven't done nothing in the last 2 years. They haven't improved shit. What have they done? Are they giving you? They got the Moto G. They got all them phones, but are they giving them you to you for free? No, because they don't want to, and they don't even spend money on advertisement. I never seen a U.S. mobile commercial in my life. If it wasn't somebody talking about it on here or them, on their YouTube channel. Other than that, nothing on Facebook. Nothing. 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 Well, they might be doing it now on Facebook, but that's cheap as hell. Well, that's not even a lot of money. I'm talking about real commercials on TV, on Fox, on freaking NBC. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I may have to drop T-Mobile. No work can offer. What? I may have to drop. Am I reading that right? Hold on. Let me get Google Translator. I hate when I can't read certain things. Google Traductor. Where you at, Google Translator? Here we go. DRO. Is that it? O? Yeah, DROP. I hate being dyslexic.
Drop.
Yeah, I was right. Drop. I may have to drop T-Mobile. No work. Cat offers. What you mean, bro? Because I'm lost. And I can't see your profile picture, bro. It's coming out all blurry. Just like Bobby's. Jim. Oh, what's up, Jim? What happened with T-Mobile, Jim? That you're saying that you're gonna have to drop it. What's wrong with T-Mobile? Oh, there we go. Now I can see your whole picture now. No money, broke. LOL. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. No, I understand, bro. Trust me. Thanks God above that I got this job because I wouldn't be able to afford T-Mobile business. And I'm being completely honest. Metro would be my T-Mobile replacement if I couldn't afford T-Mobile. That's serious. I wouldn't even go through a third party. I wouldn't go to no Red Pocket. I mean, Red Pocket runs on the T-Mobile network as well too. You get to pick. You get to pick out of AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. They use all three too. I chose AT&T because I wanted to be on AT&T. So you could choose who you want to be on. Just to let you guys know. So um, yeah, Metro would be my T-Mobile replacement. You feel me? It wouldn't be no US Mobile or nobody else. I want to stay with T-Mobile. That's like Verizon. Visible is my permanent Verizon replacement, and that's a fact. AT&T Cricket. I don't care about the Dark Star Network. If you guys would go on Reddit, right, and see all the disgust that a lot of customers have for US Mobile, you wouldn't be seeing US Mobile's the best because they lied. When that plan first came out, they said they gave you truly unlimited hotspot until people started using terabytes. No, 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 you can't do that now. And even on your phone, if you use more than 350 gigs in 1 month in the Dark Star network, and if you don't believe me, do it yourself. Your service will be shut off. And you'll receive a text message saying abuse of the AT&T network. Okay? So you're reduced to network management. And then you got to call US Mobile Customer Care and tell them why did you use 350 gigs in 1 month. And if you don't have a good enough answer, they could terminate you. Go on Reddit. I don't have to lie. Look up on Reddit customers disgusted with US Mobile. You're gonna see a whole bunch of comments. They canceled my service. These mother effers. I use 500 gigs, and they say it's unlimited. I use 1 terabyte on hotspot, and they drop me. They say I violated the terms and conditions. You guys are fake. I'm putting an FCC and a DOJ complaint and a Better Business complaint. So just go on Reddit. You think I'm lying? Go fact check it yourself, because that's what it's called, fact checking. Go check it. Go on Reddit. You're gonna be like, yo, you're right, Alex. You're 100% right. I see like 30 people that have been disconnected for using 400 gigs in 1 month. So is that unlimited? No. How many gigs didn't I use in August with Metro, and I still have my Metro service here running with no issues? 550 gigs. How many gigs didn't I use with Cricket? 550 gigs. Is Cricket still around? No, my bad. That I let that line get disconnected, but that was a $55 plan. Yes, and Cricket didn't do nothing to me. How many gigs didn't I use with Visible when I had it, when I was speed testing the crap out of it? 800 gigs. Did Visible sit here and terminate my service? No. So don't ever say that US Mobile's the best carrier, because they're not. They can't even afford to give you truly unlimited data. They lie. So technically, since if I would have been a US customer, I could have sued them for false advertisement, because there is a such thing as false advertisement. You can't say something's unlimited and then when somebody uses a certain amount of gigs, you're saying they're violating the terms and conditions, because that would be a lie. Okay? So they're just as bad as Mobile X. Remember last year when I was testing out Mobile X, and Mobile X said, yeah, we'll give you 1 terabyte. And people started using, I used like 700 gigs. Then they dropped it to 500 gigs. Then they dropped it to 250 gigs. Now they got it at 30 gigs. All these companies like to lie. Okay? And that's one thing I love doing research. Love doing research. I'll look up the video right now and let you guys hear what people were saying. I don't have an issue. I like opening people's eyes, when they think a carrier is the best and they don't even do research to see how good that carrier is. So let's look it up on YouTube. Another YouTuber. I'm just gonna play the audio. I'm not gonna show his video. People complaining about US Mobile Dark Star network plan not being unlimited. Here we go.
And feedback to give to anyone that's considering the service. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What's good, everybody? My name is Everton. Yeah, I've been testing US Mobile for the last 2 weeks, and it's for the most part been very good. I've been on the unlimited premium plan, which gives you unlimited data when it comes to download and uncapped as well. So whatever your signal.
So I will show you this. Look, before last year, you didn't have to port in your number to get that piece of crap $30, $35 plan. Look, let me see. No, it still says port. Yeah, it still says port lines only. And this video is like 6 months old. And the stupid plan still says port lines only. You see it right there? $35 with port lines, with code port lines only. So they've been begging you to switch. Why would you switch anyway? Delivered to you, that's what you will get down. And you also have priority data, which means that whenever the network is busy, they're gonna carve out a lane. Oh, hold on, right here. Yeah, I'm no longer on Dark Star, and I'm gonna miss that plan. But I want to talk to you guys about what it was like when I was on it, and tell you guys why I'm not using it anymore. And man, I'm gonna miss it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Everton. Yeah, so Dark Star was a pretty cool experience to use. Just FYI, I will. I'll do a live stream on Red Pocket. Cell phone services, and I actually use services, and I'll talk about my experience, and report it back on YouTube. Now, the Dark Star Uncapped is actually like a special. It's a special plan that they have where they basically removed all the caps when it comes to download speeds. It's actually pretty cool. Hotspotting or sharing data as well. It's now tiered down so you have like a certain allotment that you can have like unlimited speeds. Then it goes like it's like 100 gigabytes where it's at like 8 Mbps down, and then
the third is like, or everything after that is basically, at a very slow pace. So, but for the most part, absolutely loved it. Didn't really have any problems with it. I think 200 gigabytes of, what I consider high speed shareable data is definitely good. Um, but let's talk about call quality first because, that is so important to me. So call quality on this plan is, I would say, top tier. Like, no joke. Not once did I have an issue with it. Making a call, drop calls, anything like that. It was top tier, flawless. Not a lot of like holding or delays to get the line to actually trill or to make the outgoing call. And I think that's a really important because it gets overlooked sometimes, right? And when it comes to data, I know a lot of people are concerned with that. So let's go and talk about the data because that's kind of what really makes this plan special.
What's up, Walter?
So with the data, it's uncapped, so you can get unlimited download speeds at the highest amount that you can get. And it is priority, which means that they're going to carve out a space for you whenever the network demand is heavy. That way you will continue to have good performing data speeds. So it could be rush hour, or you're at a, baseball game or like a packed event. A lot of people are using your phone. You don't have to worry about your phone not having service or being deprioritized to the point where you can't use it. Now, it is at what they call QCIA. What that means basically is like commercial or consumer level priority. So there's like, stuff that like first responders get and things like that. You're like kind of like middle of the range where you can still use it for, streaming videos and things like that. It's really dope. Um, Now the speeds are super fast. Now, what I realized is that priority doesn't mean that you're at the very top. Sometimes I did notice that, my speeds will be very fast, and then like blazing fast. Really, I got to categorize it as that. And then later, same spot, it'll just be like normal. Like it won't be. I won't be a compromise. But I run so many speed tests, and I'm noticing that there's like 100, 100 Mbps difference down. Still fast, but the difference was like, oh wow, I guess I'm not getting that kind of speeds again. And they're just, managing the network and you're being able to surf still, all that good stuff. So I don't think, I mean, speed tests are superficial in my opinion. Like you shouldn't really use them to really gauge like real world
No,
experiences.
Christine.
Use a phone, and yeah, so that's something. Now, when I did use the phone, I did have one complaint. Like after a period of like like testing things, I just went to using it. Not I didn't have one complaint. Well, I did have something that I did notice. So the thing that I think everybody needs to know about is the fact that LTE pops up a lot on this service. It's only for like a short period of time in like specific spots when I was out and about, but it I did notice it. Like some carriers focus on 5G, and you will only be reminded that LTE was a thing when you're like in the most extreme, challenging situation. That is not my experience with Darkstar. Darkstar LTE will pop up, frequently enough where I noticed it, and I wasn't really paying attention. Right, I was just like, oh, I'm on LTE again. Now the thing is that LTE typically is a very fast.
There you go. So you're hearing it from another YouTuber, just in case you want to fact check yourself. Here you go. He had US Mobile for 7 months, almost a whole freaking year. And he recently left. And there goes his YouTube channel. So you guys can look it up yourself. I'm one of his Oh, I'm subscribed to his channel on my other. Okay, now it was on. I was subscribed to his channel on my speaker channel. My bad. And now I searched him up on my tech channel. So he knows what he's talking about. So that's not truly unlimited. Okay. When you say you got truly unlimited premium data, that they're not supposed to drop you by 100 megs, right? What did he say right here? The Darkstar drops you by 100 megs. Okay. And what else he's saying? That it drops you to LTE speeds if you use too much data. They'll turn off your 5G and you'll be on 4G LTE. So how is that unlimited premium data? Can you explain that to me? If Darkstar US Mobile's dropping you to LTE. Let's finish listening to this because I love, hurting people's feelings that think that US Mobile's the best.
Network. I remember when 5G first came out, people were like, yo, it's slower than my LTE, right? Now I think that 5G has since become more robust for a lot of the carriers, but when it first came out, I mean, LTE was faster. This feels like the LTE on this feels like it's a little bit compromised, right? So meaning that like it shows up kind of frequently, to the point where I noticed it. It's not nowhere close to the majority of the time, but like, let's just say I'd say about like 5% of the time when I'm looking at my phone, I saw LTE signal. And also it's not great. So the LTE is great. So that's one thing that I did notice. And it happened outdoors a lot. Like if I were driving, I stop at a stoplight, I look at my phone, I see an LTE signal. But it never happened when I was indoors, which was weird because I feel like it's more challenging to get service indoors through like concrete and other stuff like that. So yeah, it was really odd. But outside of that, 95% of the time, speed was super fast. And what I like about this carrier is that a lot of companies will say they have really fast speed, and you run a speed test, and you'll be like, man, this is blazing fast. But you try to do something like watch Netflix, watch YouTube, and then the resolution is like standard definition because they put in certain types of like restrictions where they say, hey, you can't watch that. I'm gonna slow you down to standard to speeds that allow you to get standard definition. That's not the case with this here. You're getting really fast speeds, and it's 4K all day. Now, after that, though, when you're using it to, basically like surf the web, do your thing. I mean, I did not notice a lot of slowdown with this service at all. I ever feel like I was at compromise. And also, never did I feel like I needed to check how much data I had. And that's the freedom of having a like on cap plan, right? You just don't have to ever think about it. There are other plans where I'm constantly monitoring to make sure that I do things that will make sure that like I get the most stretch out of my data. So I'm always turning on Wi-Fi to get on Wi-Fi networks and things like that. I didn't have to worry about that with this network, and I did use it to my heart's content. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a super heavy data user because I work from home sometimes, so I'm around Wi-Fi a lot. But I did push the limits on this one. I was able to only use around like maybe 55 to 60 gigabytes of data in a month, but I just didn't have to worry about it, and that's actually a lot for me.
What? A lot of data? He says 65 gigs is a lot of data for him.
US Mobile comes with a lot of features, right?
Imagine he's saying he used 65 gigs of data and US Mobile dropped his speed by 100 megs and he would go down to LTE. That is crazy.
I put in my number to US Mobile's Dark Star uncapped, and it has been freaking amazing when it comes to
Oh,
the
this is
speed.
when he first did
I
it.
had to drop this video. Let's go ahead and talk about.
You know what I'm saying? So after using 65 gigs, it's 65 gigs, his speed on the Dark Star network was dropped by 100 megs. Are you serious? And you guys are saying this is the best, no, the best service, prepaid service. Please, guys, don't you ever tell me some nonsense like that. Ever. Seriously. Because I'm going to show you something. I'm getting these speeds on Cricket right now, right? You see? 947 over 1.80. But I'm going to show you because I don't care if you guys see my phone number. Ain't nobody going to call me on playing on my phone anyway. Um, Look at how many gigs I have used with Cricket to get that type of slowdown on a lower tier plan that doesn't have a really good prior. This thing has QCI 9 right now, so it's like on the lowest priority right now. So I want to go to data usage. Data usage. Here we go. Oh no, it said data usage. Look at that. 120. See, 120.29 gigs. So 120.29 gigs on Cricket, and that's why I'm getting those type of speeds. So I have used double, almost almost triple the data that he used with Darkstar, and they slowed them down by 100 megs. So please, guys, that's why I told you, knowledge is key. Knowledge is key. You heard it from another YouTuber that left the Darkstar network because of that BS. Okay, because supposedly uncapped, but he used 65 gigs and they would drop him out off to LTE. He used 65 gigs and his speeds were going down by 100 megs. That's a big difference when you're claiming to have uncapped data speeds. US Mobile are effing liars. No, I airplane moded it. Let's see what kind of speeds I get now. Okay, I airplane moded it and the speeds got better. So we got 20 megs down. Oh, look at the upload. Okay, almost got symmetrical there again, like last time. So there we go. So we got 20.5 over what? Over 31.1. So this will hold up a live stream now. 20.5 over 31.1. Yes, it will hold up a live stream. Now let's do a fast.com speed test fast because I turned off the streaming saver on my line. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, HD streaming, 4K, 27 megs down. There you go. There you go. After using 120.29 gigs, not 65 gigs. So that's just crazy. That's to show you guys. I have every right to talk junk about US Mobile. My man is getting throttled, lost a whole 100 megabytes, and getting kicked off of 5G plus to LTE because he used 65 gigs in 1 month. That's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This is the most biggest crock of BS from US Mobile I have ever heard from a prepaid carrier. Truly unlimited data. Yeah, right. Truly unlimited data, nothing. They're liars, guys. So I hope that with this live stream you understand not to believe US Mobile. Not even customer care. They get paid to lie. So yeah. So do your own research, look at more videos, and look how many people left US Mobile because of the same thing. So you gotta do. It's on here on YouTube. You want to go on Reddit and fact check it too? Go ahead. You see how many people left. Because being lied to is not cool. You can't sit here and say, we're gonna give you unlimited premium data and all of a sudden slow somebody down to crawling speeds. That ain't cool. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. I have used a lot of data with Metro. Let's see how much data. Let me turn off the the red pocket line. Yeah, let's turn off the red pocket line. Let's go to Metro by T-Mobile. Hold on. I'm gonna show you how many gigs I have used with Metro by T-Mobile. Logging into the app right now. And still getting 200 and something. I have used 51.57 gigs. Look at that. 51.57 gigs. And what does it say right there? High speed data. Unlimited on a plan that I'm only paying $35 because it has HD streaming. If not, it would have been $25. There you go. And this is the My Metro app. You see it right there. My Metro by T-Mobile. So there you go. Who has to lie? So is US Mobile better than Metro? No. Is US Mobile better than Visible? No. Is US Mobile better than Cricket? No. Is US Mobile better than Total? No. The answer is no. None of these companies have ever slowed me down because I've used so much data. I remember on Total I used 450 gigs and I was still getting the same speeds. So no, like I said, the proof is here on my channel. I don't want anybody to ever tell me that US Mobile is the best carrier. That's because you're a light user. Always remember that. You're a light user. If you use more than like he said, like 65 gigs, 70 gigs, they will slow you down. He got slowed down by a whole 100 megs. That's a lot. That's not a little bit. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? If they would have been transparent like Red Pocket, that Red Pocket says after 50 gigs you will be slowed down to 150 megs, then that's fine. That's network slicing. You're being transparent with your customers. But all this line talking about now we have unlimited premium. That's not unlimited premium when you're slowing somebody down by 100 megs, buddy. That's not unlimited premium when the person goes outside their house and all they're picking up is LTE, buddy. So stop your lying, US Mobile. I'm here to expose your fraudulent behavior. And it's fraudulent to say that you are unlimited premium when you're not. You're lying to people. You're trying to sucker people in to get your service. Oh, well, sir, we got them in here. They're not going to leave. You ain't crap for that one. Because I said I wasn't going to use the C word no more. You ain't crap. Well, the S word. You ain't crap for that one. Yep. So after hearing that, because I didn't see that video, like I said I was subscribed to his channel on my other channel, on the audio tech channel. Audio, I'm sorry, the audio, Alex Audio, Raw Audio channel. So, I'm done. I'm not messing with US Mobile. I don't want to try out use US Mobile. I'm Gucci. Imagine what they're going to do to me. They'll disconnect my lines super fast. 100 gigs. Why does Mr. Febres have to use 100 gigs for? No, this is unacceptable. We're going to cancel his service. So I'm Gucci. There you go. You heard it from another content creator. You feel me? He's doing good. He has what? How many subs he has? Like 10,000? So he's doing good. People support. That video has over almost 10,000 views. So 10,000 people already, well, 8,100, 8,000 191 views to be exact. So 8,191 people see the piece of crap that US Mobile is. So hopefully you'll wake up and smell the coffee. If you're a light user and you don't care about having truly unlimited high speed data, then go ahead and mess with US Mobile. Now, if you care about having truly unlimited data where you can watch Netflix all day, you can watch Disney Plus all day, you can watch Tubi, Peacock, whatever the hell your heart contents wants all day, then you go to Cricket, then you go to Metro, then you go to Visible, then you go to Total. Okay? Now, if you don't care about unlimited, then you go to US Mobile, where you're going to get played and your speeds are going to be dropped. So go ahead, I'm telling you. Speed test to your heart content. You'll be coming back to my live stream saying in the comment section, I'm sorry, Alex, you were right. They canceled my service for using 450 gigs in 1 month. They said I was abusing the AT&T network. Boom, and your service is cut off. So that's on you. If Verizon cuts people's service off, right, and it's Verizon, and they got Verizon, not Verizon prepaid, Verizon postpaid, okay, they have been known to cut people's service off for abusing the network. Imagine a prepaid carrier that doesn't even own the network. Verizon owns their towers, and they sit here and cut people off. You're abusing the crap out of the network. Goodbye. And the office of the president calls you up, telling us, yo, you're abusing the network, son. You got to get out of here. And that's a fact. But now, guys, I got to be out. Take care. God bless and be safe. I'm sorry if I offended any US Mobile fanboys. I'm sorry, but the truth is the truth. You heard it there. They slow you down after 65 gigs. So that's bad. That is really bad because they're claiming to give you uncapped data. You can't say uncapped data if you're going to slow somebody down by 100 megs. And that is facts. So take care. God bless and be safe. And I'm definitely going to catch you guys on the next one tomorrow. I got things I got to do. And then I got to go home and go to sleep because I got to work tomorrow. To me, Alex, you did not offer me at all. You're just telling the truth. Offend you at all? No, I know, TJ. I know. But some people take my truth as offensive. So I always got to apologize. And I'm apologizing for real. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being for real. Because I know a lot of people are fans to companies that they shouldn't be loyal to. You don't owe no loyalty to US Mobile. US Mobile does nothing for you. Metro will give me a free phone. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been with them for so many years. Does US Mobile do that? No, Alex. They don't. Imagine they don't even give out free phones for you putting in your number. So how are they going to give me a free phone for being a loyal customer? So there's a lot of things you got to think about, man, before you sit here and you argue with any YouTuber, not just me, with anybody that's talking against US Mobile. You really have to sit back and smell the coffee and be like, yo, should I be sticking up for this company when they haven't done nothing for me? No, I shouldn't. T-Mobile has given me $500 credits. T-Mobile has given me free Androids. T-Mobile has waived activation fees. T-Mobile has done a lot for me in all these years, and that's why I stay faithful. You know what I'm saying? US Visible, $10 permanent loyalty discount. Metro, a $25 permanent plan. So I can say I'm happy they do things for me, but I can guarantee you, US Mobile is not going to give you none of that. You can call them right now and be like, yo, Alex Rawtalk is getting all these discounts from these multiple carriers. Can you guys give me a discount? No, sir. I advise you to go to that carrier. Okay? Because when I called US Mobile the last time I called, that I stopped the live stream and I was like, guys, I'm going to give you an update. I asked the lady that was on the phone, do they do any type of loyalty discounts? And she said no, that your bill is low as it is. So why should they have to give you a loyalty discount? So there you go. So keep staying with a piece of crap company while I keep shining with companies that care about me spending money with them. Because when these companies sit here and give you discounts, is because and give you incentives is because they want to keep you happy and keep you with them. Okay? US Mobile doesn't care about none of that. They don't need you. Seriously, they don't. Because they don't spend money like out the butt. They don't pay for advertisement, so they don't care for you. Well, go ahead and leave. I don't care. We're not spending a $7 million on a 30-second commercial this year on the Super Bowl. That's going to be Metro. That's going to be Boost. That's going to be Visible. That's going to be Total. That's going to be Verizon. That's going to be T-Mobile. That's going to be AT&T. Let them do that, not us. So we save so much money by not paying for advertisement that we don't care if you stay or leave. How about that one? So there you go. They're a real big piece of dog turd. Facts are facts, guys. Facts are facts. US Mobile is the worst, one of the worst prepaid carriers out there. Customer care is awesome. Worse because they're anti competitive. What I used to say about cricket. They think they can fool everybody with a piece of crap plan. Guys, how about if we say this plan is truly unlimited and it has no caps? Do you think we'll be able to get more customers? Yeah, but how are we going to sustain it? Oh, we'll worry about that later. We're going to give them fake unlimited. As soon as they go over like 50 or 60 gigs, we're going to drop them by like 100 megs. And if they keep using more data, we'll turn off their 5G. Sir, I don't care. That doesn't matter. Remember, we don't pay for ads. So we save all this money that we can care less who stays or who goes. And that's real facts. People called out the CEO on Reddit. The CEO was arguing with other customers. And he was saying, you guys started downloading unnecessary files and using terabytes on this plan. This plan is not meant to use terabytes, then you're not unlimited. You feel me? I remember T-Mobile Business when I first started with them. It would show me that I could use, like, all jokes aside, it would say 10 terabytes. 10 terabytes. It said 10 million gigs. So 10 terabytes. That's where, they draw the line on my business account. Before this is back in 2018. So, this was back then. Of course, they removed all that crap off the website, but you would be able to see it said 10 M Zero, 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 10 million, 10 million gigs. Oh, well, yeah. Hold on. I forget how many gigs are on it. No, not me, not 10 million gigs. I'm sorry. 10,000 gigs is what I meant to say. 10,000 gigs. So, uh, I mean, terabytes. 10 terabytes is what I meant to say. Jesus. I don't get enough sleep and you guys know I'm dyslexic, so I'll say shit backwards. So when I first first got T-Mobile business, it would say that I could use 10,000 gigs, which would be 10 terabytes, you know? But that's a lot. I would never get up to 10,000, come on now. 10 terabytes? That's a lot. You feel me? That's a lot. And that's what it used to show on my business account. When I would log into the regular My T-Mobile before T Life and all this nonsense, it would say 10,000 gigs of usage is your limit. And then after that, you may notice reduced speeds after 10,000 gigs. So 10 terabytes is a lot of freaking data, guys. Let's be honest. That is why that's out the wazoo. That is out the wazoo. Okay. So, the only carriers that I know for sure, that'll give you truly unlimited data is Metro, Total, Visible, uh, Cricket. Uh, I used a lot of data with Verizon Prepaid, so they do it. But US Mobile, I have never heard of a company slowing somebody down by 100 megs after just using freaking what is it? What is it that I said? He used 65 gigs in 1 month, and they dropped his data, and he kept dropping the LTE from 5G plus. That's crazy. So that's why I say, if you want to have the best experience on the network, use that company's prepaid carrier. So for T-Mobile, Metro and Mint Mobile. Okay. For Verizon, Total and Visible. For AT&T, Cricket and Red Pocket. That's the two I can mention, Cricket and Red Pocket. Other than that, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, and there's a new company that came out. It's called Roman Mobile. I was gonna put up the video, but it's for business. Let me see where I got the video at. And it has the right to switch between carriers, of course. But you gotta have a newer phone, of course. You got the right to switch between carriers. So you can switch between uh, you know, you can switch between Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. So you could switch between carriers, and it's a business account, and they give you unlimited unlimited data basically, and it's on all three carriers. So the SIM card itself or the eSIM switches between Verizon. Let's say if you don't have that good service with Verizon, it'll switch to T-Mobile, whoever's the best. You don't have to call like with US Mobile. Be like, yeah, sir, I'm getting crappy service here with AT&T on the Dark Star. My mom has T-Mobile and hers works better. Okay, sir, give us half an hour to an hour to fix this. No, it switches right between carriers. And I found that company on freaking Instagram. Jesus, and what's the name of that company? I'm trying to remember, guys, for real. Because I think I was at work that day. Oh, wow. 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 Damn, man, I'm about to cry. Seriously, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I was not expecting that. But you see, I appreciate when my employer employer appreciates me as a hardworking person. And my boss just gave me a $250 bonus for Christmas. So that's why I said I felt like crying. A $250 bonus. That's not a little bit of money. That's a lot of money. $250 bonus for Christmas. And that's amazing. That is, I know he's busy right now, but tomorrow I'm gonna text him. And I'm like, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. This is amazing. A $250 bonus. Wow. That is great. That is awesome. That is really awesome. See, that shows you when your employer cares about you. And I take my job real serious. I mean, a lot of things changed in my job that makes it less stressful for me, but it is what it is. Things changed in 2026. Most businesses don't even give that amount of money to their employees, let alone in boss. Yeah, my boss is awesome. Seriously, our boss is awesome. I appreciate him. He knows that. He knows that. And he appreciates me. He's like, look, thank you, Alex. I know this is a last minute thing, but I need you to go to this site and I need you to go to work. All right, I'm there. So I appreciate that. Seriously. I was not expecting that. I swear to God, I was not expecting that amount. I thought I was only gonna get like $100 more on the check. But $250 more, definitely welcome. So that's what I'm saying, guys. If it wasn't for my job, I would not be able to afford all these phones. Okay. So I gotta bust my behind working every day to pay for this internet, to pay for for the things I have paid for. Look, I'm on the mic. I had to pay for this mic. I didn't get this mic for free. You didn't see me saying on none of my live streams. This live stream is brought to you by Movo. Movo, yeah, it's the brand of this mic. By Movo, because no, mm-mm. All this comes out of and thanks God, because I got a lot of credit cards that I got to pay right now. So as soon as I end this live stream after 2 hours, I gotta pay my freaking my PayPal credit card, my Bank of America credit card, my Karna. I got a lot of things that I gotta pay right now. I gotta pay the Verizon Files bill. So I got a lot of things. Damn, Shadow. Jesus, bro, you're like a rug. I'm sorry, buddy. I still love you, but you got all over my new working security pants, bro. You got a lot of hair all over. Look at Shadow. Say hi to you too, Shadow. Say hi. Hi guys. I love you, Shadow. I love you. I love you. I love you. No, Grizzly, no getting jealous. I gave you a lot of kisses. If I open the door right now, guys, they're gonna start fighting. They are really gonna start fighting. So this is amazing, guys. This is really amazing. I'm really happy. I'm dead serious. Cause I was stressed. I'm like, damn. Cause you guys know I only worked a couple of days during my vacation. During my vacation, I only worked a couple of days. I didn't work a lot of days. Jesus, and I thought this chime spot me stuff was free. No, it's not. You gotta like donate to spot me. Since spot me been helping me out all this time, I gave spot me $1.50 donation. $1.50 donation. Wow, guys, I am so happy. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep, yep. I went from thinking that I was only gonna get paid, to be completely honest with you guys, around $544, and I just got paid $850. So that is a huge difference. So that's why I love my boss and I love my job, guys. This ain't the bar. The bar, yeah, right. Last year he didn't give us crap. We played games and we had to buy each other gifts at work. and we had to win money. And if you didn't win money, you didn't get money. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's a millionaire. Like my old boss is a millionaire. Owns like 3 clubs now, and 7 bars, and 2 strip clubs. And he is like this. When you see a Hispanic doing this, hitting their elbow, that means you are. They said, I'll just translate it to English, and I forgot. It doesn't mean stubborn. It means you're hard with your money. Like you don't like showing appreciation to your employees and stuff like that. And if it's your dad, they're gonna be like, este tipo duro con el dinero. That means you know, you don't you don't like spending money. So you're like, and like I told my boss the day I quit from the bar and I started working at McDonald's. When you die, none of them millions are going with you. Because the guy's a millionaire. He owns his own beer company from Guatemala. And it sells out in every bar. Every bar that I worked at, oh, Sonagallo beer is out. We're out. It sells out. It sells out just as much as freaking Corona, all these name brand beers. Heineken, it sells out just as much. So the guy owns his own beer company. Just think about that. And if he would give me $50 bonus, it was like, oh, it's a big deal to him. So multimillionaire. So always remember that people are rich because they're stingy. That's the word in English, stingy. So when you see somebody doing this and there's Hispanic, they're saying that that person is stingy, or they're calling you stingy. That's the perfect word, stingy. And that's how people are. Rich people are stingy. Not all, because you got to remember this. When you see famous people doing charity work, okay, giving you, like when who was it? Drake gave out thousands of dollars to people, right? Over there in Canada. That was a tax break. Okay. He reports that in his taxes. So he didn't want to give that money to the IRS. Shaq, when he recently bought this young basketball player that's in, he's going to, I don't know if he's gonna end up in NBA, but Shaq bought him a brand new car and bought him a house to be nice. Not, because Shaq is not part of no team. He's not a team owner. So they can't say that he's, how you call that? Like he's, like he's paying for stuff early. So he'll be part of the team when you know, his association is with Reebok. He owns Reebok with his partner. So just to be nice, he did that. And he even said it on an interview. Yeah, that's a tax break. So instead of me giving Uncle Sam that $1 million that I spent, 1.5 or 1.8 million that I spent on that house and that car, I'd rather give it to somebody that needs it. And those are all tax breaks. Even me, if I was a millionaire. So you think that when my boss sits here and give us $50 each, or let's say he made it 100 that year, because one year he actually gave us 100 a piece, to all the security, to all the girls. He wrote that off on his taxes. Gave my employees $100 a piece. If you guys want to see the video evidence, because you will see the video evidence, because he got cameras in his office, and he called us all by one. Here goes 100. Here goes 100. So he gave away probably around $5,000, and to him that was a tax break. He's a millionaire. So instead of giving that 11,000 to Uncle Sam, he gave it to us. It is what it is. But now my new boss, he's not a millionaire. He is not. He is a humble man, and he's not a millionaire. Does he have good money because he owns a security company? Yes, but he's not a millionaire. And he still gave me more money as a Christmas bonus than a millionaire did. That's to show you. That's to show you. Because that dirty bastard last year only gave me $50 as a bonus. And I'm talking about somebody that owns their own beer company that competes with Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors Light, Corona, Henneken, and he sells out every beer. He's up there with the rest of them. The only reason you don't see him having his beer promoted by Snoop Dogg, or or 50 Cent or Bad Bunny or any famous person, whether they're Mexican or Puerto Rican, is because he said they asked for too much. Because I asked them that a long time ago. I'm like, bro, why you don't got like Bad Bunny or Daddy Yankee or somebody? No, man, they want like 2 to 3 million to promote my beer. I don't care. I make enough money that I don't need no famous person promoting. Okay, we start the conversation. So there you go. So I'm where I need to be. I was stressed out, saying, God, I'm gonna have to make the best out of this $500 I'm about to get paid because I didn't work for 14 days. I only worked like 2 days out of that 14 days. And look, I've been blessed. So thanks God and thanks to my new boss. Seriously. Thanks to both of them. Because now I can pay the things that I need to get paid and I can wait till the next paycheck and I'm not gonna be crying and stressed out. So thank you, Jesus. And thanks to my boss. Seriously. Seriously, I appreciate when people see my worth, and when I work, and that I'm always on time, that I'm always reliable, that when they need me, whether I feel good or I don't feel good, I'm at work. Because the last time I was at work, I was with back pain. My lower back was killing me, so I had to take my vest off and put my badge around my neck, hanging. But I still went to work, right? Still went to work. What's up, Tim? Now, guys, it's been more than 2 hours. I want to let my mom come do her hair in her room. She wants to do her hair. Take care. God bless and be safe. I'm starving now that I got paid. I could go. I got to pay my T-Mobile bill. I got a lot of things that I got to pay off when I get off this live stream. So take care. God bless and be safe. Subscribe so you never miss one of my videos. Turn on that bell notification, matter of fact, so you never miss one of my live streams and videos. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I am gonna go speed test millimeter wave right now after I end the live stream to see how it goes. To see if it drops it. If it doesn't drop it, then I'm gonna test the Verizon Business to see how it goes with that too. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to Sneem Mobile Tech, Carlos S Tech, the brothers. Don't forget. Oh, and if you want to see speed testing on US Mobile on the Dark Star Network, make sure you subscribe to Steam Mobile Tech because he has the service. He paid it for a year, and he's gonna have all that in testing. Oh yeah, I'll do the live, stream on the Red Pocket. I don't think you guys will get the notification, broski. I'm gonna tell you why. YouTube made a rule back in 2024 that they weren't going to send out all these notifications to you guys. So let's say if I end this live stream and I go live again, you guys won't even know that I'm live, to be honest, bro. So I got to wait till tomorrow. So tomorrow, this is what I'll do then. Since you want a live stream, tomorrow when I get off of work, um, I got to come home, bring my daughter food. I got to get her some food. She'll be here. And I'll go, instead of doing a live stream on the computer like I'm doing right now, we'll do that live stream. I'll go back to the Verizon panel. Matter of fact, late night tonight. No, because I need to go to work. I need to wake up early. So we'll do that tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I'll do a live stream on Red Pocket showing you guys the speeds on millimeter wave. But I'm still gonna push out a video though. Still want to push out a video for you guys, showing you guys millimeter wave speeds. So yeah, guys, make sure you turn on that bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And subscribe to the channels that I mentioned. Also to Latrell Jennings, official 10T Tech, OG Tech. He's in the comment section right there. And who else? My audio tech channel, audio, not audio tech, raw audio channel, which I did a live stream on there. I'm gonna do live streams on there, reviewing video, speakers. And you know, this live stream was on the T-Mobile home internet. No lag, no issues, no buts, nothing. And it's peak time. So yeah, guys, take care, God bless, and be safe. You already, and thank you for watching, guys. Catch you guys on the next one, guys. Deuces.